All right, baseball fans, welcome to another episode of the Vegas Nine, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada. It's another beautiful day out here in fabulous Las Vegas, and without further ado, let's jump right into the Vegas Nine ball for today. First card is Rickey Henderson. Rickey, grand theft. Rickey steals 1,000th base. Of course, Rickey was one of the greatest base stealers of all time. I think his highest total in one season was 130 bags. And I think during the 80s, he had close to an 80% success rate. And Rickey, of course, is not only one of the greatest base stealers, but one of the greatest players to ever play the game. He recently passed away at a young age, but definitely one of the greatest to ever play the game. Very exciting to watch with his speed and power combination. And we love him here in Las Vegas, especially now that we're going to be scoring the Las Vegas A's here in a couple years. So we'll set him here on the stand right in front of the A's baseball, the A's logo, for their transition to Las Vegas and Rickey's status as one of the greatest players who ever played. Next card is an all-star, Andre Dawson for the Expos. And Andre Dawson was a great player for the Expos and would later go on to the Cubs and the Marlins and the Reds. I think he finished with the Red Sox, but his best years were with the Expos and the Cubs. And of course, he was the All-Star of 1987 for the last place Cubs team. You'll probably never see that happen again. And recently saw he went into the Hall of Fame as an Expo with an Expos cap. I think the Hall of Fame actually selects that, but I saw Andre is trying to petition to get his cap changed to the Cubs. But yeah, great player in the 80s, Andre Dawson, right fielder. And played right field for the Cubs, All-Star and MVP in 1987 for the Cubs. We'll put him on the Cubs stand. All right, the next card is Luis Tiant. Luis Tiant had that kind of that funky delivery where he would spin around and fire. Here he is with the Pirates. I remember his best years being with the Red Sox and I believe the Yankees later on. But yeah, Luis Tiant, one of the great pitchers of the era. And here he is with the circular ball caps that the Pirates wore at that time. Nice yellow unis. So Luis Tiant, yeah, great pitcher. Luis Tiant, we'll put him on the stand. All right, next card is Terry Crawley. This is a 70 tops, I believe. Here he is with in the Orioles Stigs. I believe he was their first designated hitter. Once the designated hitter was installed in the American League in the early 70s. And Terry Crawley, who was kind of a bench guy and DH, and played for several years with Baltimore. And here he is with the Oriole on his cap, and it's a nice look. Good left-handed hitter in the early 1970s for the Orioles, Terry Crawley. Here's Roberto Alomar with the Padres early in his career. Later go on to play with the Blue Jays and with the Indians. But yeah, he had a good long career, Hall of Fame career. And he played when he first came up with his brother, Sandy Alomar Jr., and his father was a coach for the Padres. And yeah, he turned into a great ball player. Here he is earlier in his career with the Padres, Roberto Alomar. Put him on the stand. Next card is Larry Sheets. It's a 90 score. Of course, I love these 90 score. They're all in-action photos. That's what the great thing about score was when they first came out. In-action photos. And here, Larry Sheets getting ready to crush a ball here. Let's see, his swing looks really similar to his son, Gavin Sheets. Plays for the Padres now. Played for the White Sox for several years, his son. But yeah, here he is, left-handed hitter. And he was a DH for the Orioles. Now his son plays for the Padres. Larry Sheets, good hitter. Next card is Mark Langston. An action shot, nice look. And he would have several good years, all-star years for the Mariners before they traded him to the Expos for Randy Johnson, who turned out to be one of the best pitchers to ever pitch. And here Langston, also a very good pitcher in his own right. And here he is in action in a Fleer card in the late 80s. Nice shot. Next card is a Flair, Tom Pagnozzi. I love these Flair cards. They're so sharp looking. And here is Pagnozzi getting rid of his mask and ready to catch a foul ball behind home plate. And Tom Pagnozzi was the Cardinals catcher, starting catcher for a long time before they got Yadier Molina. He was their #1 catcher, Tom Pagnozzi. Good ball player. And this is a nice looking card. The Cardinals here, Tom Pagnozzi. And the last card for the day is Joey Gallo. Joey Gallo, of course, is a Las Vegas guy. And here you see him rounding the bases on a home run. Looks like they got the girls going across the lawn there with the flags for the home run celebration. And Joey Gallo, of course, very famous for being a strikeout or nothing guy. Or a home run or nothing guy. Home run or strikeout guy, let me say. And here he's from Las Vegas. And, of course, he was famous for taking Greg Maddox's daughter to the prom. And then I think he also pitched a no-hitter on the same day, something like that. And he's a great Las Vegas legend, Joey Gallo, home run hitter, big-time power. And now I believe he's trying to make a transition to be a relief pitcher, left-hander relief pitcher, last I heard. So let's wish him luck on that, trying to become the next Rick Ankiel. Only, I guess, the opposite way, from batter to pitcher. And, yeah, Joey Gallo, big-time power, homer, strikeout guy. We'll put him on the stand here in front of Vegas Stelp Skin. He's a Vegas guy. And that's going to conclude the Vegas 9 for the day. We appreciate you watching. We hope you have a great day. Hope this brings you back. And take care.